Hi everybody, Manucha here for Moms and Crafters, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, you will know that I love bracelets. Bracelets are my love language. I've been making friendship bracelets. I was the friendship bracelet pro among my peer group. I would sit in my bedroom when I was kind of feeling down and I would invent new bracelets, and some of them actually later on in life I discovered actually existed. But I definitely did come up with some designs of my own. I would play a lot. So I've been doing this new series where I sort of teach you the basics, the basic bracelets. I don't go ahead and, teach individual knots on their own, because I do believe that you should learn your knots on a bracelet tutorial rather than learning them as a knot. So this bracelet is the perfect bracelet for practicing your forward knots. This is the candy stripe bracelet. This is a very classic bracelet. Here's a pretty thick version of it. This one is smaller because I made it for my daughter. And here's another one. This is a great bracelet to make when you're looking just to make a basic bracelet in a color scheme. You can go with bright candy colors. You can do red, white, and blue for 4th of July, red and green for Christmas, blue and white. This one's great for Hanukkah. It's all up to you. You can make it in different widths. You can make it as narrow as even just 3 or 4 across. It'll look quite different. But I'm going to get you started on this, and I hope you enjoy. Follow along. A written tutorial is in the description of this video, along with links to materials, which is basically just embroidery floss. This one you can see I finished off with a clasp. I do have a separate tutorial for that. It doesn't work as well with this bracelet because I didn't start it off flat. So you will want to follow the instructions on that video if you do want to start it off, so you can start it off flat. But don't do that if that's your first time making it. Do it on your second or your third bracelet. Anyway, let's do this. Let's follow along right over here. We are going to start this bracelet by choosing our colors. Now for this bracelet, I am going to be using 3 colors, and I'm going to be repeating each one twice. My other bracelet, I used 6 colors. This is a 6-strand one, and you definitely can go 12-strand. It'll be double as wide. When you first start out, I do recommend going narrower so that it comes together much quicker. So we are going with 6-strand. I recommend starting with wingspan width. I'm going to show it to you here on the actual ruler so you can get a general idea of how long I'm cutting it. I'm going to cut it to about 40 inches. So we're going to have about 20 inches of working string. Sorry, I'm actually going to do a little more because I am doubling these over. So we're going 18 times 3. Do the math. And we just measure the first one on the ruler, and we're going to measure the others against the actual string, just because I find it easier. Now this is a great beginner bracelet. I do recommend not cutting your strings too long. On the one hand, you don't want to have to add string. I end up giving it to my, almost 5-year-old daughter in the end anyway. So I end up not really needing a lot of length in my bracelet. But it's really frustrating when you have to add string. So it's good to have a little bit of extra, but also if your strings are too long, they're much more prone to tangling, and sometimes that backfires. That's why I will definitely include in the notes of this video in the description, what my final sort of extra was, what my final recommendation is, and I will also include a link to the blog post with step-by-step instructions that you could actually print out. All right, so we're going to take this string. Now there are all sorts of fancy ways you can start this. I also have a post on that. We're just going to fold over a simple loop long enough to tie it, but large enough to be able to thread the ends through to tie it, but not so large that it adds too much ugly to the length of the bracelet. All right, so there we go. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to decide on the order of our strings. So we're going to go in a bit of a, color wheel type of order. And we're going to artificially place our strings in that order. And I say artificially because it won't really stay that way, but we're just sort of placing it. Now we're going to take our leftmost string. Now to make this bracelet, we are using a very basic knot. That knot is called the forward knot. A forward knot is actually made up of 2 hitches, which is what you might have traditionally previously called a knot. That's 2 times that you're sort of knotting around something. So we're taking the string, we're going over, behind, and to the left, but over the starting string, just like that. Just tying it around once. And you can see we pulled that all the way to the top. And because it's a forward knot, we are going to tie around another time, like that. So that was a single forward knot. That's the complete knot. And if you look really closely, you can see that a sort of stitch form. Now, when we do our first row, it doesn't show so clearly. So therefore, I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to complete the first row actually, because our first few rows won't really show so clearly. And I'm going to just do that again around the next string. And I'm going to then switch to the other bracelet that I already started. So now you sort of have to be mindful as you do this that you're setting the order of your strings. So you have to make sure to be going around them in the order of the strings. Now this is the only row that you're going to need to do that. All of the other rows will naturally be in the right order. You see that it flipped. You just pull that one gently and then you get it back. That's the second one. And that is the last one. All right, so to continue that, we have our first row in place. To continue the bracelet, we are simply going to be taking this new left one, and we are going to be repeating this process, knotting the leftmost string around all the ones next to it. So this gets knotted around this, in that order, until our bracelet is long enough. So that till it's in the final position, then you take the yellow and you knot around all of them till it's in the final position. So here is one that I already started. Okay, pink was my starting color. And I'm now going to show you the process again. So imagine I just made a knot there, but now you're actually going to see things form as I form them. Now, these strings are much longer. So excuse me as I do this. We're going to go around once, twice. And now you should actually see these little knots forming as I complete each one. You see the little sort of stitches that form on the front of the bracelet. You may prefer to work on a clipboard. I actually am much more comfortable working in my hands. And these stitches, see we're going around the next one in the row, are the basis of all these pretty designs that you're going to see in more advanced friendship bracelets. This one is so simple because you're just going in a sequence, and your most simple bracelets are always going to be the ones that follow a simple sequence like this one. But this is definitely, I would say, the first bracelet that you should make after the spiral bracelet that I also have on my channel, because it really helps you sort of practice this kind of forward knot that you need to be extremely used to making for making friendship bracelets. So there we have completed the first row, right? The first row of our next round. And now we're going to take the new left one, that's now in the last position, and we're going to take the new leftmost one and knot it around all the rest. And I'm going to speed up this process and go through all the rows just so that you can see it, but I'll do it fast so that it's not too boring for you. All right, so here we go. We finished 2 rounds on this bracelet, and you could see how it's lining up beautifully to make stitches in the shape and form of a candy stripe. Now, this is definitely the kind of bracelet where you'll want to choose fun colors. You can use 6 different colors. You can use as many as you want. I definitely recommend playing around with color schemes. I usually stick to more monochromatic bracelets, but for this one, I knew I had to use different colors. So I'm going to finish this off camera and show you the final product. So here is our final candy stripe bracelet. Now here's the one that I started on the video. My strings were just long enough. I did not trim these at all. I'm going to trim them down now. I do have a separate tutorial for how to start and finish friendship bracelets. I recommend that you check that out. I have a whole blog post I will link in the description of this video that shares different methods, as well as a video on how to do this clasp method, although I did not do it so neatly on this one. These strings I actually cut too short, but with an added chain I can actually wear it. It's long enough. So that's the advantage of doing it like that, is you can use an extender chain to make it long enough. This one my daughter will be adopting, so I made it quite small in the end. She's quite a small child and she tends to wear her bracelets too big. And this is when I started, as I said. It's exactly the right length, the strings. And look how beautiful that is. You can find the full video with a full blog post with step-by-step instructions, the materials that I used and all that in the description of this video. Make sure to hit subscribe if you enjoy fun crafts like this one. I do plan to do lots more friendship bracelets. I want to bring in videos of some of my old favorite popular bracelets that I haven't done videos of yet. And definitely check out the videos that I already have live. I have some unique bracelets that you can really make as a next step to this one. So check that out and comment if you have any questions.